I did my thing self-supported, which means nobody can help you along the way, but you can go and you can stash supplies for yourself. And so the day before, there's one section of trail that is about 26 miles between water sources. And so I went out and put a gallon of water out there. And then I did like two or three other little mini stashes for myself of like a thing of Coke and, a little bit of food. I didn't want to bank too much on them because I had this fear I would get there and that would be what I'd be expecting and it would be gone, like someone would take it or something. And so they were I still had my pack kind of carrying what I would carry. And so these were sort of bonus stashes along the way, which ended up, they weren't even all that helpful because my stomach turned so bad with the heat that the stashes in the later miles were not anything that I wanted to even look at. But, I put one at maybe like mile 20, and then I think I had one at mile 40. And then I forgot to put one out there at a different section. So I didn't actually have one again until almost mile 100. So I think, just the day before I had flown in, I had to do all this in a very short period of time and got a little like just mixed up. And so I was also missing a stash out there. And so my dad dropped me off at the start at like 5 or 6 a.m., like right as it was getting, I guess probably 6 a.m. And yeah, within a mile, I see this huge elk that was just awesome, like giant. You could still see all the moisture from, the dew on its back. And then I had, within another little bit, there's a buffalo. I did have one section of trail where there was a buffalo like right on my trail, and it wasn't like a good place where I could just go around, like it's like buffalo cliff, like cliff. And so I had to down climb on this cliff to get around the buffalo because I'm terrified. Like I don't, obviously you don't want to mess with the buffalo and get too close to him. And so it was an adventure. I loved it for 40 miles and I suffered greatly for 85 miles because somewhere between mile 40 and 47, I ran out of water. And when I got to like that next section where I could get some water and I chugged it, and then all of a sudden my stomach just turned and I couldn't really get it back. And I think part of that is just you're at the mercy of whatever food and nutrition that you brought along with you. And the stuff that I had was not working for the needs that now I was having. And so for the last 85 miles, I really couldn't eat. And if I did, it didn't stay down. And so there was about a 24-hour section of just not eating at all or not having calories. And so it just meant slowing down. And I'm at a point in my life right now, which is different than when I was in my 20s, where I'm not a finish at all cost person.